Hello everyone, this is Cyclone here, back with another update on the tropics. It is 1:41 p.m. June 2nd, 2023. As you all know, it is the second day of the Atlantic hurricane season, and things are starting to come in play. We have a system we're talking about over the tropics, in the tropics over the Gulf of Mexico. We'll be talking about in this video, and if you want any updates on the tropics, whether something's going on in the Atlantic Basin, Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, Eastern Pacific, Central Pacific, please subscribe to my channel. I'll give you guys updates as best as I can this hurricane season. I'm very excited about this hurricane season. And let's get into the video. So this is from the National Hurricane Center. This is as of 2 p.m. Eastern Time, June 2nd, 2023. And as you know it, Tropical Storm Arlene has just formed over the Gulf of Mexico and expected to become brief and not be Tropical Storm Arlene for a very long time. This brief storm maybe last on for a couple hours. We could have Tropical Storm Arlene then go back to a tropical depression. This is advisory number 5 as of June 2nd, as of 1 p.m. Central CD time. CDT time, and we had maximum staying around 40 miles per hour. So the storm has gained strength. It was Tropical Depression 2, now it's Tropical Storm Arlene. This is the first name on our list. The next name will be Brett. So as we see, minimum central pressure has gone down from 1007 to 1002. So this storm has gone a lot stronger. It is located 26.7 degrees north and 86.2 degrees west. It is centered slap down in the Gulf of Mexico, moving south at around 5 miles per hour. So it has gained speed, and it's not expected to gain any strength as of right now. It's supposed to go back down to a tropical depression within the next 6 hours. So we have Tropical Storm Arlene. I'm very excited about talking about in this video. This is our first name system on this channel. Even in the Atlantic hurricane season, this is the first name system. We did have a subtropical system in January. That was very unexpected, but it did not get named. But so this is the first name. The first name is Arlene. This is Tropical Storm Arlene. Let's get into the basics and the details. You can see they did detect some tropical storm force winds. That's why this is Tropical Storm Arlene. You can see it's supposed to be a depression around 7 p.m. Friday. So it's also dropped back to a depression within the next 6 to 7 hours. And it would stay in the depression until maybe late Saturday. It's supposed to dissipate and become a post-tropical depression. So it has maximum staying rates around 40 miles per hour, moving south at 5 miles per hour. This is the 5th advisory. So this storm is getting strength as of right now. It's supposed to be a tropical storm earlier during the day, maybe this morning, but they now have said it is a tropical storm, detecting tropical storm force winds around 40 miles per hour. You can see the wind probability, it varies very low tropical storm force wind probability, but they did detect some tropical storm force winds, so it is named Tropical Storm Arlene. Do not have any hurricane force wind. It is not expected to become Hurricane Arlene at all. It's supposed to drop right down to a depression within the next couple hours. And 50-knot winds, you do not detect that at all either. And just tropical force wind speeds at around 20%. Now, you see the wind history. We do have a little batch of air that slapped down in the center of the Gulf of Mexico with tropical storm force winds of 40 miles per hour, 39 to 40 miles per hour. Look at the rainfall from the system. Very, very heavy, up to 4 to 6 inches right over here north of the system, right over here. The center of the system is right around here, bringing showers all through the Florida Peninsula, especially south of Florida near Miami, up to 1 to 2 inches of rain. So this storm is just a rainmaker, just bringing rain to Florida as we speak right about now. So this is all of it, all from the National Hurricane Center. This is expected to come back to a depression within the next couple of hours. I do not expect this to gain any strength. Just a weak tropical storm at around 40 miles per hour wind speeds and flash flood potential. Most of Florida right around now, next 3 days, is under a marginal risk for flash flooding, and just very, very low. I don't see any like high risk, 6 to 8 inches of rain flooding. And so as you can see it, this is from the National Hurricane Center. We do have Tropical Storm Arlene. I'm very excited to talk about this. And let's look at the satellite image from Tropical Tidbits. Thanks to that, you can see this is the Atlantic wide. We do have some tropical waves coming off the west coast of Africa, moving west. It is not expected to develop as the National Hurricane Center. This system right over here, bringing a lot of rain to Cuba, Haiti, Western Dominican Republic, and is expected to shift north, bringing catastrophic rain and maybe some flooding to Bermuda right about now. And so you can see there we go, Tropical Storm Arlene right over there, very disorganized. You can see west of the system, southwest of the system, You don't see any rain and thunderstorm activity. It's mainly north of the system due to that dry air and wind shear. And we do have some tropical waves right in the eastern Pacific. We can take a look at that right around now. Eastern Pacific Ocean. We do have some tropical waves, and those are not expected to develop. But we do have a very, very strong one right over here. The National Hurricane Center is not, putting an area of interest right around the map that they have, and this is not expected to develop. It's merely just a strong tropical wave and expected to move west and be out of here, expected to dissipate. So yeah, this is the Atlantic wide right around here. So let's look into the closer at Tropical Storm Arlene. If we could um, go right around here, you can see this Tropical Storm Arlene. You can see most of the shower thunderstorm activity is northeast of the storm. You can see it's bringing rain around western coast of Florida, heavy rainfall. You can see most of the system right over here is very, very dry due to that wind shear and dry air just south of the storm. You can see most of the shower thunderstorm activity is north of Tropical Storm Arlene. And yeah, you can see bringing catastrophic rain, not really a lot of rain, but marginal risk for flooding. Flooding rain will be the main part of the system, not really wind, but rain, bringing rain all around the state of Florida right around now. That's at 1:47 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern Time, May 2nd, 2023. As you look at the model from the tropical tidbit, you can see it's sitting right over here, 1003 millibars, 1002. Now, to keep this track going, it's supposed to decrease to 1002 millibars, exactly at 1002 millibars, and it's supposed to stay like that for the next couple hours. And then we can see Saturday. This is Sunday actually. No, Saturday, early Saturday morning, you can see is expected to be around Cuba, western part of Cuba, bringing rain, and it's expected to dissipate late Saturday. And you can see it's about gone right over here as we go into late Saturday. It's about gone. You can see pressure goes to go up. It's supposed to be a tropical depression, post-tropical depression too. And as the days go on, hours go on, you can see it's supposed to dissipate, move on, maybe move into the Atlantic Ocean, and just to dissipate over the islands of Cuba, western Cuba, bringing rainfall. And we still have rain for Florida right around now. So Florida will begin soaked in rain for the next couple of days due to Tropical Storm Arlene. Now, as we take a look at the wind shear is very, very strong with a 50 knots right out of the Gulf of Mexico, and it's supposed to play the same roles. The wind shear moving west to east, as you can see that jet stream right over here, keeping the storm from developing to a very, very strong system. The water temperatures are very, very warm, but the wind shear and dry air is keeping the storm from being very, very small, very, very tropical, and not really hurricane force winds at all due to that wind shear and dry air. This is a very, very weak tropical storm, Arlene, but this is the first name of the system. Next is I think Brett is next. So as we keep this, the wind shear is just supposed to be the main thing in the um, Gulf of Mexico in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean near Bermuda. Wind shear is just supposed to be very, very heavy, ripping these storms apart. Maybe could have some tropical waves coming off southern western Africa right over here and move west. And due to that low wind shear right over here, there's not really a lot of wind shear just north of the Atlantic Ocean right over here. And wind shear is going to be playing a big part of this Atlantic hurricane season due to that El Nino strengthening, bringing heavy wind shear. But warm waters will be encountered. That's why the NOAA is expecting this to be a near average due to that warm water. Not only wind shear plays a role in disrupting the storm, but warm water can fuel it up. So as the tropical waves move to warm water, it may be strengthening right over here. Then as it gets up here, that wind shear is supposed to run in play. And it's supposed to just tear that storm apart as we get it later into the hurricane season around September 10th. That's the peak time of the hurricane season. That's when things start to ramp up. So Tropical Storm Arlene is not expected to develop due to that high wind shear and dry air, as you can see right over here. Let's look at the dry air. You can see the system right over here with 1,000 and 5 millibars. You can see from the GFS model, you can see that dry air right over here, just south of the system. That's why you don't see a lot of thunderstorm activity southwest of Tropical Storm Arlene due to that dry air right over here. That brown indicates very, very dry air and that wind shear especially. So as we keep this track going, you can see the dry air kind of just takes over the storm, and that wind shear, it just takes over the storm and just rips it apart. Maybe just a little rainmaker to western Cuba. That's about it. But the storm, you can see very, very strong right now. The tropical storm Arlene winds around 40 miles per hour. That's what I think. That's just going to be the peak wind speeds of this storm. I don't expect it to increase at all. So this is the GFS model. Look at the European model. You can see it's kind of saying the same thing too. You can see a little tropical storm Arlene. Most of the shower and thunderstorm activity, most of the moist air is northeast of the system, where it's favorable. This is in a favorable spot for keeping that tropical storm characteristics for the next couple of hours. So as you can see, as it moves south, you can see that dry air really taking a toll on this storm. And it's right around now is Saturday, around early Saturday. As you can see, late Saturday, as you can see, that dry air is kind of, wrapping around this storm and just taking over that wind shear, just taking over this storm. I can see the storm is just out of here by early next week. So this is the European and GFS model of this system right around now of the dry air, moist air, humidity. It's kind of saying the same thing. All the GFS and European models saying the same thing about this storm. Expected to become a tropical depression again within the next couple hours. As you can see, this track of the storm, here it is right over here. It's expected to move south and move maybe northeast into the Atlantic Ocean, expected to dissipate. Most of the models are taking that toll northeast off after it enters Cuba, and after is weakening is right here and expected to move. And maybe just some shower. It's not even supposed to be tropical or tropical depression Arlene anymore. It's supposed to be just a remnants of tropical storm Arlene right around here, maybe early next week, Monday, Tuesday. So I'll be keeping you guys updated on the storm. I'm very excited. We do have our first tropical storm, our of the season, tropical storm Arlene, and I can see this model's. You can see one model's just taking it up to tropical storm. Most of it stays tropical depression within the next couple hours. Supposed to stay as a tropical, supposed to go back to a tropical depression two, maybe Arlene. But our tropical storm, only one model saying that it is tropical storm Arlene right now. But most of the models keep it as a tropical depression. So winds at around 30, maybe higher miles per hour in the next 100, 32 hours from now. So forecast model saying the same thing. Tropical storm Arlene expected to become a tropical depression within the next couple of hours. And as you look at the temperatures of the ocean, this is where tropical storm Arlene is right now. You can see the ocean temperatures are warm, around 78 to 81 degrees right around here. You see the ocean temperatures are very, very favorable. That wind shear right around the eastern Pacific coming into the Atlantic Ocean wasn't so strong. Maybe the storm could have, strengthened into maybe a stronger and intensify. But that wind shear and dry air is keeping this storm weak right now. Expected to become a tropical depression, like I said, and expected to move that toll over the eastern part of Cuba and then be out of here as a little remnant low. So tropical storm Arlene has just formed and is expected to be brief and expected to come back to a tropical depression. So that is all for this system right over here. We do not have any other systems in the Atlantic Ocean right about now. As you can see, there's no other systems in the Atlantic Ocean for the next 7 days to develop. And the next 2 days, no systems. We had to have some tropical waves. In the Eastern Pacific, we do not have any systems right over here. We have to have very large disorganized tropical wave right over here. In the Central Pacific, we do not have any systems to track. And then the next 48 hours, in the next 48 hours, we do not have any systems to develop into the within the National Hurricane Center. As you can see, Tropical Storm Arlene and expect to become a tropical depression again. They did detect some tropical storm force winds right over here. So Tropical Storm Arlene, very, very brief. I'm very excited. We do have our first name system right over here and expected to be a little brief actually. And I thank you all for watching my video. This is Force Cyclone here coming back at you. And please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. I'll be doing daily uploads on the tropics. And I'll see you on the next video.